Well, that's a good cup of coffee right here. It's kind of got a snake bite to it. How y'all doing today? Is this microphone working? It's my first time doing live, so I'm trying to get a grip on things. I don't even know if anybody's going to be in the room. It says one person. See if this audio is working. Okay, it's working. Frederick! Let me know if that audio is good right there. I got this boom mic and it's kind of loud. This is so cool. It's the first time I've actually, good morning, Cindy. This is the first time I actually went live on YouTube, so it's pretty darn good. I kind of like the camera angle myself. The audio's good right there. I'm not going to touch it. The boom mic is right here off screen, off camera. The reason I got the camera low is because I don't like it high, because then it doesn't show the back screen. It shows everything to the floor. So I kind of don't like that. But it is snake bite coffee. This is good stuff, brother. Oh, you can finally hear me clear. Let me know if it's choppy video or if it's clean. I just got a new internet service. So the last time I did a video on Facebook, they said it was terrible through this camera. Then I did one on the phone and they said it was really nice and clear. But I don't know. I'm just trying this new video out. Like I said, I just wired it. I just got the camera and I've been kind of playing with it. So, well, it didn't go too well yesterday for the Gators, man. After daylight came, the otters came back out, but that was about it. Lots of birds, lots of otters, but the alligators pretty much left the area in that area that I was in. You could see that they had entered into the swampy area, but they never exited. And then it got really extremely hot. And I wanted to get all my cameras done. Man, did I get some great, really cool footage. Baby turkeys. Have you seen them? I mean, these things you can hold in like one of your hands. Bro, I never seen them that young. That was pretty cool. So only when I move, if it won't freeze up though. It's just slower video, I guess. Okay, well, that's something to know. What else did I get? I got a coyote that was way too super cool. He looks at the camera and then he bolts, and he bolts from the camera, and it actually I mean, I've never seen a coyote. I was in canine for 20 years, all right? And my dogs could jump, but this coyote was airborne. He did like 3 or 4 leaps, and he was gone into the swampy area, back into the slough. It's pretty cool. It's going to be a great video. I'm going to put it on Instagram first. Is that the original deer slayer? The real deer slayer from the CB? I just got hit up on my phone. I don't know who that was. Good job, Bobby. Deer slayer, is that you? Is that the real deer slayer, or is this another deer slayer? Because I'm sure there's a lot of deer slayers out there. No, the deer. That's you. This is so great. I haven't talked to you, and so hey, I just want to let you know the tower's been down. The Tower of Power was down for like 3 years, bro. So I'm back. I'm back. It was a extravaganza. I should have called you for the put it back up. We could have had a party doing it, but I only had 2 guys helping me, and it was pretty crazy. Yes, you are the worldwide deer slayer. I've seen so many Watergates on YouTube and all over the web of you just taking over the airways. So cheers to you, buddy. But since you left, and I don't see you anymore since you retired like me, I don't get to see you. So I rewired the Gucci Mobile. I extra strength that all up, and everything's super duper good. And then the Tower of Power went back up. So we're all good. Now I'm dialed back in. I just can't have it on with doing a live feed because it'd just be too much commotion. It's like I'm waiting for the phone to ring any second. But this is my first time doing this. So I want to tell you guys about this new, pretty cool, if you've been watching my channel, this is the Alpha Cam I was telling you about. And I got a 5-pack from Amazon, and they're really nice cameras. I'll tell you, the quality at night is insane. Go on there. The only thing I don't like is the audio. The audio is not as good as the Browning audio. So I will tell you that. But for clarity and 1080 HD, and you want to get good stuff and good footage at night, not grainy, pretty damn good camera. They have the premium. They have the Alpha Cam Premium. They have the Alpha Cam Plus. And they have the Alpha Cam Dual Lens. I have one of the dual lenses, and I think these are the Plus. And then the premiums are in the field. So this one I've been putting on my mailbox trying to get the foxes. I have urban foxes here. I'm sitting out in my rocking chair watching them drive down, or watching them walk past me at night. 2 of them, and coyotes. So I use the lithium batteries in all my cameras because Frederick, the lithium is the way to go. More expensive, yeah, but definitely better than any of the other Energizer batteries that I've used. These last a good long time. And believe me, with the 2 to 3 weeks of wind that we had just recently, man, I filled cards out there. It was crazy. But it's real simple to use. The only other thing I don't like is when it's on the tree, so it's mounted on the tree, and I'm going to change my batteries, and I get my card out, or just go through and reformat a card here, go through the menu and reformat. I put it back in. Obviously, the screen is looking the other way. So this is where the lens is, and then when you turn it. So like the Brownings that I have, the screen is here, and when I open it, I'm actually looking where my setup, so I can angle the camera. Where this doesn't give you an angle. You got to just basically go using your eyesight and for what you know. And again, for the bobcats and smaller critters, I put it real low on the tree. When the bucks are in velvet, I'm really not excited about that. It's when they lose their velvet that I get excited. You love my cooter cams. Oh, man. Well, thank you, Robert Wummer. But I'll tell you what, these are really cool cameras, the Alpha Cam. So if you're into cams and you, like I am, trying all different ones, seeing what works, see what doesn't. Browning's always been good for me. This has been baronized. As you can tell, it ripped the door off. So I brought this one home. This is an older, this is the first ones that I got was the Special Ops. Okay. The kind of grainy at night for me. My top camera was the Browning Recon Extreme, and then they discontinued it. So that kind of didn't do too good. What else do I have for you? Frederick, we were talking about locks. These Python locks are the bomb, dude. Just goes in here. You have to unlock it first, but I'm saying now it's all ready to be set up. So it goes through the back of the cam, and they give you long enough cable, and hopefully nobody cuts it off. I've only lost one, and these are the straps. They kind of get damaged by the water and the wind and the rain, so they do break. And they are not bear proof. I've had a couple tore up pretty good. So I got cams in Ocala, and I have cams in Okeechobee, out in Okeechobee County, other side of the lake. So I alternate times that I pick up the cams. I've been setting them for a month. Did it cut out, Cindy? Is that on your end or my end? Because I can't tell. It says I'm still active, so I don't know. But this is pretty cool. So this is my big boy lens, the one I was using yesterday, if you all see. That's my wildlife go-to lens for distance. Gators, I keep my distance from the gators. Everybody says you're crazy, you're way too close, and all that good stuff. Most of my close-up gator videos have come from the setting up on the gator holes. So setting up the cameras or changing the batteries, I have to be very careful because my back is to the hole, the gator hole, where the gators are swimming. So I have to be very careful and cautious, especially if I'm by myself. Yesterday I was by myself, and you don't know. They're so curious, and people were asking me, do I put food out or do I put peanut butter on the lens and all this? I don't put any food out. I don't put any fish down. I don't put any hog food or corn for the deer. People are, I guess they wondered, but I do not do that. Just don't feed the wildlife. That's my thing, especially when you're in bear country and especially alligators, because that will become nuisance bears and nuisance gators to someone. So they can hurt someone, and it pretty much could be your fault. They could eat somebody's dog. They could attack somebody. I know, Cindy, you saw the baby bear cubs. They are priceless. They're probably, 5 to 7 weeks old. I read up on it pretty much. The mother eats like 20,000 calories a day prior to going to her den. And even though we're in Florida, they call it denning. She makes her bed and she lays and she has her cubs. So she just brought them out on the 8th. I went to Ocala on the 10th. So they were 2 days fresh. That was the first time I got them on camera. And I know she was in that area because she wasn't going to walk that far being that heavy. And she took a siesta in front of that tree that in one of my videos. So that's another classic. People say, how do you get those, the wildlife to do those things? They come to the camera. They see the red light. Some of them have infrared lights on them. So with that, the glow of anything, the coyotes are crazy about. They do not like that glow. They will go the other way. The hogs, pretty much same thing. The deer, they sometimes put up with it, but they're not as skittish as the coyotes. The bobcats, they just stare at the camera. They put on a show too. They really don't care. The panthers, I never really had any panther. I maybe had one or two that just came by and sniffed. I had them urinate by the camera, but I never had them actually stick their face up into it like the bobcat did, like the bears do. It's crazy. So in Two Cubs in Cades Cove in the Smokies. Wow. Yeah, it's amazing when they're that young. Those are the first two bears, the black bears in Florida. People were like, you don't have bears in Florida. I'm like, yeah, we have bears all over Florida. So those were the two youngest black bears that I have captured as of yet. Even down south, they weren't that young when the mothers were bringing them out. They were a little older. So they're going to get more. They're going to get more interested in the camera, and she'll bring them closer to the camera. If you watch that video and you rewind it and you watch that part where she steps out and the mom steps out first, the cubs are behind her, and she steps out and she looks right at the trail cam. And then as she's looking at the trail cam, she turns, looks to her right, looks at the cubs below her right back paw. She turns her head and continues moving just the way she was. She's not going near the trail camera at all. Now, the other mothers that had older bear cubs, they were all over the camera. So that was pretty cool in itself. I love to get them. What I really want to do is get the detail in the wide angle lens. So it's like this camera lens is so wide, it gets the whole room. It pulls in everything. The one camera I have, the Alzer, is the widest angle lens. And you saw that in the one bear where he kind of stuck his nose in and got the corner, but didn't really get the full effect of it. But I want to get him coming right up in there and breathing on it and get the full face. And it kind of gives you, it's almost like that camera view is almost like a fisheye view where it gets real wide. If you put your GoPros on super wide, the corners of the trees, or if you're fishing, the rods are bent in the corners because it's a wide angle lens. So it kind of gives it a disproportion. Some of my cameras, the 11 to 24 millimeter, will do that. If I shoot at 11 millimeter all the way back in, it'll make the corners bent. So it's just nothing that you can't fix in Photoshop, but that gives you the widest angle. So when I'm doing lightning photography and the lightning's over top of me and it's right on top of me and I want to get the most out of the lens. I want to get the most lightning that I can, as long as it's not raining, of course, because then you got it all over your camera and lens, and I'm not going to break stuff. So, but anyways, I just wanted to test this out, and I'm glad y'all stepped in and checked it out. Other than that, welcome to Bobby Wummer Photography, and we'll be doing a whole lot more of this real soon. So I'm going to have to say, have a great day, Cindy, Deerslayer, Robert Wummer. Hey, Jonathan, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. Like I said, first time for everything. I've done Facebook and Instagram Live, but I never had the webcam set up, and I got the boom mic set up and the lighting and everything. So it's all good. Next time we'll talk about how I do my wildlife photography with the big lens, or video work with it too. So just kind of getting my feet wet with this YouTube thing. My channel is small compared to some of these people. I mean, you got deer meat for dinner. You got those guys that, they're just, what's her name? Darcizzle. I mean, I can't touch the following that these people get. But hey, I love you guys. Thank you for always being a part of my fan club and coming along on my adventures. I just enjoy having a good time at photography and now these video cameras. So have a great day. Adios, amigos and muchachos and senoritas. And I'll see you soon. Bobby Wummer Photography. Like, follow, subscribe. Don't miss any of my video action. I just went through and I deleted some and then just checked others. But there's not a whole lot of views. But you can go through the library, and I got some really cool stuff. And you can see how far advanced I've came from 2 years of the first putting out the trail cameras. And, of course, my video work, etc. But have a great day. It is Monday, right? Yeah, it is Monday. All right. Have a great day. Y'all be cool. I'll see you soon. Bye.